Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Night, the crypto investor channel. I'm Boris, so let's dive in. I'm with Colton today. Hello Colton.
Hey Boris, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the Kryptonite channel, everyone. Today we'll be talking about BNB. Can you give us a little synopsis of this project, Boris?
Sure. So BNB is the main coin from Binance. It integrates into their exchange very well, of course, because they're trying to promote it. So I'm sure everybody's familiar with Binance. It's the biggest centralized exchange, does spot markets, future markets, and also has a decentralized version called Binance DEX. And really, they are the largest centralized exchange by far, much bigger than OKX or any of the others that have survived 2022. So BNB is the coin that was created through an ICO. It was an ERC20 token when they first created it on the Ethereum blockchain back in July 2017. And then it migrated to the Binance chain in February 2019. And there's been really massive growth because of course, the huge success of Binance. And also Binance is buying back the token using 20% of its profit every so often, mainly every quarter. They buy a bunch of BNBs and they burn them. Therefore, creating more scarcity and making the value of the coin go up. There are multiple things that make BNB useful. First of all, if you pay your trading fees using BNB on Binance, you get an automatic 25% discount. The fees, if you are just a regular user, you have no VIP level, you will get 0.1% trading fee. But if you use BNB to pay those fees, then it's reduced to 0.075%. Also, the BNB is used because if you want to go up the tiers, the VIP tiers, not only do you need to trade a certain volume, usually it can be in the millions of dollars of trading every month, and then you also need to hold a certain number of tokens, like 25 or 100 coins, BNB coins, etc., etc. Another thing it's being used for is dust conversion. That's pretty useful. I use it very often. Sometimes you trade something or you send some coin somewhere and you're left with very little of that coin. You might have like 0.001 XRP left, which doesn't amount to much, or you might have a fraction of any coin that you have left in your account, and they allow you to take all those coins automatically, to select all the ones that are really very small numbers and combine all them together and convert it into BNB. And then they have also a lottery. They also do the chain native token, where you can pay any trade on the DEX, on the Binance DEX, you can use, to pay the fees. That's the native token for paying the fees on their DEX. And the last thing is you can spend it as a cryptocurrency to pay for goods and services, credit cards, all that kind of stuff.
Thank you, Boris. That was all great information. Can we now kind of change gears and talk about the history and performance of BNB and why it is where it is now?
Yeah, it was founded in 2017, the Binance exchange by CZ and He. So both of them, being kind of big entrepreneurs. What's really amazing and the most important thing is they took Binance, which was nothing, into becoming the largest exchange in the world by trading volume in just 6 months. So that is a big, big achievement. And not only did they take it to be the biggest one in 6 months, but since then, Binance has kept on growing and is now about doing 10 times more than the second largest crypto centralized exchange, which is OKX at this time. They have a pretty big ecosystem. You have, of course, the exchange. You have the lab, which is another thing to do venture capital and to do new projects that are related to Web3. They have research. They have the academy, which allows people who are brand new at crypto to get trained, and they even get rewards for being trained. They get a few coins, things like that. They have charity. They do NFT. They have a big marketplace for NFT as well. They do Binance Feed, which gives you a bunch of news. And the other huge thing is Trust Wallet actually is owned by Binance. So probably a lot of you use the Trust Wallet. Well, just for information, it actually belongs to Binance. But if you put coins in your Trust Wallet, don't worry, they have nothing to do with Binance. They are totally separated. It's not the same thing than having your coins on the Binance centralized exchange. If Binance goes out of business tomorrow, your Trust Wallet is totally safe and they won't be able to claim any of your coins. Also, since we talk about Trust Wallet, double check it. There was a small problem that's been just discovered on Trust Wallet. If you had the Chrome extension and you created your wallet between the dates of November, I think it's November 15th to November 20th last year in 2022, there was the seed phrase has been compromised. And already, because Binance is the owner of Trust Wallet, they made sure that if anybody has been hacked, they will make them whole again. They will reimburse anything you have lost, but you would have to recreate your seed phrase, create a brand new wallet pretty much. But that only concerns people. If you've created it on your phone, there's no problem, no matter what the dates. It was only on Chrome extension, and only for those who created their wallet between it was just about a week, I think, that that problem happened. You can check out the dates on the Trust Wallet Twitter account. The thing is, going back to the BNB, it's been growing extremely well during the 2021 bull run, because we were back in 2017 when it came out at less than 4 cents per coin, and it went all the way up to $686. So those who got in early really made a fortune. The coin, of course, is traded on Binance, but it's also traded on other big exchange like Gate.io, etc. They currently, the coin itself currently has a market cap of almost 52 billion, a total supply of 157 million coin, and a max supply of 200 million coins, with the circulating supply being 157 million. And the whole thing is looking pretty bullish. What's funny is the pullback we have seen recently. This is the 7-day on Bitcoin, and we were at around 30,000, past 30,000 mark the other day, and then it fell back down, and we're currently sitting around 27,300, 27,400. So you see, it's very clear that it went down. But if you look at BNB, it's much more resilient. It was at the same time at 345. It dropped all the way down to about 317, but now it's already back up to 332. So most of the altcoins as of the last few days have gone down, except BNB, who's been very resilient.
Thank you for that information, Boris. Can we now discuss the latest news with BNB and what's in their future roadmap for us?
Yes, they currently had just a hard fork upgrade that happened the other day, which is the Plank hard fork. And the big thing is really security and stability. They had to come up with some better security, because since the beginning of the year, pretty much, there's been over 33 incidents of hacking on the BNB chain. And they needed to improve the security, and it was a lot due to some stuff happening on cross-chain bridges. So now they have the ability to enable validators to pause a cross-chain channel. The other thing is they can put time locks on very large transactions, because what we have seen on some of those hacks is that in a matter of hours, a hacker was able to completely clean the bridge and clean every money that was left. Because whenever you're going from one bridge to another, it's almost like exchanging fiats. You need to have reserves on both sides. If you're selling euros for dollars or dollars for euros, the banks on both sides need to have some of that money. So it's the same thing with bridges. But here, putting a time lock is very important for large transactions. So because very often they discover the problem, but it's too late. The hacker has already stolen all the funds. So those have been happening, and we are seeing a surge in the past 30 days, in the BNB chain adoption, which is probably also the reason why it's helping BNB maintain a good price in this small pullback we're experiencing right now. But even with that surge in 10%, actually BNB lost its first place. It used to be the number one in the number of daily active users, and it's now Tron, who's actually the new number one. So it's kind of funny that even though they surged by 10%, Tron has passed them now. The other thing is last month, Uniswap V3 went on to go in, they're now on the BNB chain. So it's good that a month later we look at what's going on. And overall, it's pretty good because there is some pretty good volume. The trading volume is spiking, and it's now over $13 billion. And the TVL is actually going up as well. It went from 2.5 billion in total value locked to over 3 billion. The number also of active users is growing, and it's now past 155,000 users. So that's probably also because people are, Uniswap is a decentralized exchange, so more and more people want to go decentralized. So we're seeing more and more people going to decentralized exchanges. Now, the last thing is the MVRV, which is the market value to realized value ratio. And that tells you basically if a price is overvalued or undervalued. And right now, it shows us, that the number is negative 19%, and that shows you that Uniswap potentially could be really undervalued with its current price. Another thing that they have done, which is great, and helps BNB, and it helps, Binance reflecting on the whole crypto community and making look like a serious exchange, an exchange that cares about the different communities, is their red alarm list, which includes 191 high-risk projects, because there's been a lot of bad projects on BNB. That's the problem. A lot of rug pulls, dApps that were just total Ponzi schemes, etc. So they get kind of a bad reputation because of that. People started saying like, yeah, if it's on BNB, then it's automatically a rug pull. So now they're doing a red alarm list, listing all the different projects that are potentially at risk. So the one that they suspect, are maybe issuing fake tokens, the one that have some really high tax fees, trying to scam people out of money, and then the ones who have non-functioning websites or Twitter accounts that don't really work or exist or have no activities. So the whole market has kind of a pullback right now. We're pulling back. We first pulled back to 29,000. Now we're down to 27,300. We could see further pullback maybe all the way down to 26,000 and eventually maybe even 25,000. Those are usually healthy pullback anyway. Don't panic. I think that's totally normal. You have to remember that we went from 15,000 back in December last year all the way up to 30 plus thousand. So we have gone on Bitcoin by 100% in just a few months. It has to pull back. It's not sustainable to go straight up, to whatever, 40, 50, 100,000. So we're going to have those pullbacks. It's healthy. And then hopefully we should see the numbers starting going back up. But of course, in its fall, every time Bitcoin takes with it both the other altcoins, the other cryptos, and some of the stocks that are related to the crypto market, mainly, of course, Coinbase and MicroStrategy.
Awesome, Boris. Thank you so much. What about staking by BNB? Is there any way we should be doing this? Is there a better way, Boris? What do you say?
Well, of course, that one, because it is the coin of Binance, the best place to stake it is Binance itself. So they have a few different things. You have the simple earn, which can give you as much as 3.1%, but it's locked for 120 days. If you lock it for less time, like 90, 60, or 30 days, the problem is they only give you a smaller percentage. You can also do some they have some flexible options like the BNB Vault, which then it's only between 0.35% and 2% roughly. Overall, it's not going to get you extremely rich unless you have a lot of coins, to stake. So it's possible to stake, but it's definitely not the best coin to stake.
Awesome. Thank you, Boris. What about what people are here to look for? Where do you see Binance and BNB in the future? And do you really see it hitting in a 15x?
Well, obviously, it's probably one of those coins that could get in gear real quick, because if we see a return to the bull run, because it is the largest exchange, we could see all-time high back again as early as next year. That's probably one of those coins that's going to run very, very quickly. Then by 2026, we could see a price along the lines of about $1,400, probably along the lines of about $2,500 by 2028, and then somewhere past $5,000 by 2030, which is basically a 15x from here. So it has a lot of potential. Now, there's always one big danger. What if the DEX or DEXs, take over? It's always hard to know. Centralized exchange still remains pretty important because, first of all, on the DEX, it's you can't really deposit money. It has to be crypto. So you could deposit, some USDT or USDC, but the problem is you need an on-ramp, and mainly the centralized exchange provide that. Now, if decentralized exchange find a way for people to bring on stable coins, that may change the game some. But there is also another problem. DEXs are more expensive. Whenever you swap on a DEX, the fees are much higher. That's the one thing that still make Binance very appealing, and some of the big ones like KuCoin or whatever. It makes them appealing because usually you are paying 0.1% or less on the trading fees. The DEXs, you can have it as low as 0.25%, and then some of them we're talking like almost 1 or 2% to do some swaps. Now, there are ways to reduce those fees, but once again, it makes it complicated, et cetera, et cetera. So for the time being, and because also you have to remember Binance has an awesome mobile app, which makes it very user-friendly. Some of the others, the DEX, most of the time they don't have necessarily a great mobile app. It's more like, yeah, you can connect your website, connect your wallets, but it's more cumbersome for the regular users. So most likely, chances are high that Binance will keep on doing very well for the years to come. We shall see, but those are the predictions for the prices on BNB.
And just to be clear for the people who are in the U.S., that is $1,220.02. Just so you know, just the period is in a different location, but just wanted to make that clear for the people here in the U.S.
All right. Thank you, Colton. Thank you, everyone. We look forward to see you on the next Crypto Night video. I hope this video helps. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. And if you like the video at the end, click on the thumbs up.